All right, thanks, Fish. Well, before Santa took off for last night's adventure, he was able to take some time out of his very busy schedule and talk about the night ahead and the year that was. Our Jennifer Naza sits with the old man in red himself.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Naza here with NBC 26, and we are here with the one and only Santa Claus. And it is Christmas Eve, and he's getting ready to go on his big trip. How are you feeling? How is Mrs. Claus? How are the elves, the reindeer? How's everybody doing?
I'm tingling right now. I'm excited to get out and get moving, okay? And the reindeer, they're kind of prancing around, you know, squabbling who's going to be where in the team, but they'll do okay.
And Rudolph is ready to lead the pack?
Unfortunately, it'll be clear tonight, so he might have to go back in the pack. But then when we get further east, he'll be up front, okay?
And how have you been preparing this Christmas to get all these toys to all these kids?
Well, it's been a little trying this year. It seems like the elves have found a new gadget that they play with their thumbs. I think it's called an iPhone. Okay.
Wow.
And so they're a little slow getting some of the toys out.
Okay, so what has been the most asked for toy this year that the elves have had to make?
Hoverboard.
Hoverboard.
Yes.
Okay.
And next to that would be let's see. I think hoverboard is way up there. Okay, very good.
Yeah. And so are there more names on the nice list this year than there are the naughty list?
Definitely. But there are a few on the naughty list too.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
What advice do you have for those kids who are on the naughty list to change their fate?
Start listening to mom. Okay, that's the #1 problem.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Santa. And one last question. Is NBC 26 on the naughty or nice list?
Actually, they're on the good list. It's hard to believe, but they are there, okay?
Right. Great. Thank you so much, Santa. We really appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I love it. Gotta love Santa. And while he's been busy putting presents under the tree, many people in Wisconsin spent the day doing some last-minute holiday shopping themselves. Several stores were open until the evening hours, giving those procrastinators one final day to finish up the shopping season and get those presents under the tree. And for those in the giving mood, the American Red Cross kicked off the holiday blood drive here in Green Bay. The winter months can be among the most challenging time for the Red Cross to collect donations. Many donors are busy and weather can cancel drives. Still, officials say it's the perfect gift to give this time of year.
And with our regular donors gone, we're hoping that new donors will come in and donate, have a good experience, and then continue to donate throughout the rest of the year and ongoing.
Fabulous. And if you'd like to donate blood, you still can. The drive continues Wednesday at 11 a.m. at the Ashwaubenon Community Center. Police say they are investigating the death of a Fond du Lac man who was in their custody. NBC 26's Juliana Falk has the latest.
Fond du Lac police says officers stopped the 37-year-old man near this intersection of Division Street and Main Street. They say they stopped the Fond du Lac man's vehicle for a traffic violation. A Fond du Lac County Sheriff's Department K-9 unit was also called to the scene to assist, according to police. They say the man was currently out on bail and was taken into custody for violating the conditions of his bond. Police did not release the man's name. They say he was in the back of the squad car when he began showing symptoms of medical distress. Police say an ambulance was dispatched and transported the man to the hospital for treatment, where he was later pronounced dead. Police add the cause of death is under investigation and they're waiting for autopsy results. Fond du Lac police says the 3 officers involved in this incident have been placed at administrative assignment. They say this is standard procedure for this type of incident, and the City of Sheboygan Police Department is taking lead role in the investigation. Reporting in Fond du Lac, Juliana Falk, NBC 26.
All right, thank you, Juliana. Speed and alcohol are believed to be a factor in a crash that killed a Peshtigo man. Deputies say it happened Sunday night at Highway Double BB and Shore Drive. Police say the 42-year-old driver left the road and hit a tree. He died at the scene. Now, President Trump took a moment to attend Christmas Eve Mass Monday night. The President and First Lady observed Mass at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. Trump most likely would have been attended Christmas services at church near his estate in Palm Beach, Florida, but he scrapped plans to head to Florida for the holidays after parts of the government were forced to shut down indefinitely in the stalemate with Congress. Pope Francis is reminding all to focus on simplicity, charity, and love this Christmas. Today, Pope Francis will hold a Christmas Day message and blessing. During his homily at St. Peter's Basilica on Christmas Eve, he spoke of how people have found meaning in possessions. Pope Francis is the first Latin American pope to denounce the global financial system, which he believes makes the rich richer at the expense of the poor. The Pope will also hold a prayer service tomorrow and an evening prayer and Mass for New Year's. The holidays can be a busy time for many, and sometimes it feels like you don't even have the time to wrap the gifts you've bought for friends and family. But as Heidi Wigdahl reports, one Minnesota woman has come up with a solution.
From her front yard in Forest Lake,
So we're going to take you inside of the wrappery.
Andrea Loth steps into her workspace. A paper lover's dream.
So it's six feet wide and 12 feet long.
This is the Wrappery, an ice fishing trailer turned into a mobile gift wrapping space.
I was at a job that I did not like at all after grad school. I thought, I don't like the job I'm in, so I would like to have a job and have a career that I really enjoy.
Andrea always loved wrapping gifts, a passion she picked up as a teenager during her first job at a toy store. She also recognized that more people were shopping online.
If they're doing all of their shopping online, they're definitely not using a mall kiosk to do their wrapping anymore.
So about a year and a half ago, she started her business called Gift 6 and put it on wheels, calling it the Wrappery. It's a year-round business, but she's entering her busiest time of year.
People are spending just slightly under $1,000 for gifts that they're giving. And if you're spending that much money on gifts, I would think that people would like it to be presented in a really beautiful way.
Customers book a time and the Wrappery comes to them, whether that's at home or at work, and they'll wrap everything on site. Corporate companies will also request the Wrappery to dress up gifts for employees or clients.
There's no greater feeling when we deliver gifts back to our clients and they are so excited to put them under their tree. After the holidays, we get so many emails and calls from people saying, no one wanted to even open their gifts because they look so nice, and that's very, very powerful.
I need something like that. Now let's take a live look to see where Santa is right now. It looks like he's back in the North Pole. He's delivered more than 7 billion presents to folks across the world. Volunteers at NORAD are hard at work tracking Santa's journey across the globe. They do this every year. The holiday tradition out of Colorado's Peterson Air Force Base is in its 63rd year. Now the tradition began after a child mistakenly called a Colorado command that monitored for signs of a nuclear attack, asking to speak to Santa. Fun history fact for you there.